Jamal Niaz here for Seconds Out with Liam Smith at the Smith versus Eggington presser. That was quite a relaxed and tame press conference until your brother got involved from the crowd. Talk to me about that, what that was like for you.
Yeah, it was funny. He got done with one of them videos that the girl makes a load of noises on him. But it was,
that's got to be a first for a boxing press conference, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was the wrong time.
No,
it went
getting
quiet.
Serious, yeah.
So, but it was a relaxed press conference. Obviously, I know Fowler and Fitzgerald have got a little bit of beef, but the rest haven't. Obviously, me and Sam shared the ring numerous times. I don't need to sit here and slag him, so I'm not going to.
And that must make it easier for you as you're heading into training camp now, for there to be no animosity, because you've not really made a career of having bitter rivals or anything like that.
But, you know, people can look at it different ways. Obviously, if we had a little bit of beef, and if he said something that I didn't like, I could use that as fire in training. A lot of people look at it different ways, but for this fight, for me, I don't need fire from Sam to get me up for it. I've got excitement with me being back in Liverpool, with me signing for Matchroom, with me being back on Sky Sports. You know, I need to prove a point to Eddie here, and we made a good decision signing Liam Smith this time.
It is a really bold fight for you to take in the position that you're in. You really don't have to take a fight like this.
Exactly, yeah.
He's got everything to win in this scenario, really, hasn't he?
He has. And, you know, people look at it saying, you know, if I lose to Sam Eggington, I'm finished. But it's a different mindset for me in this sense. Sam Eggington brings everything that I like in a fighter. I feel with little gloves on, everything I throw, I'll hit Sam, and Sam will bring out the best in me. So, you know, he'll be in the fight. He'll always be in the fight because of the stars. The stars will gel, which is why the spars gelled. But with little gloves on, and you know, I feel I'll do everything better than him. Everything.
And how long did it take for the move to Matchroom to take place?
Probably
how
about
long?
4 years.
You've been waiting that long?
No. You know, that's what people just keep thinking. People just assume my brothers went with Eddie and I was just going to follow suit, but that way to be. But it's obviously when I left Frank, I feel I had to look at my options elsewhere. I was going a little bit stale, and the first conversation with Eddie and Matchroom, it was a no-brainer.
Was it a clean break with Frank?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was very good. There was no bitterness there. There didn't have to be. We've never had bad words. We've never had arguments. I felt I'm going stale. Frank probably sit there now and say, well, I got the best out of Liam and he's happy to see me go. You know, he could sit and say that. I'm not knocking him with that, but for me, I feel it's the right move, the right time.
It's exciting for you personally for a number of different reasons, you know, the opportunities that are presenting themselves.
Exactly.
But also, you get the opportunity now to fight with your brothers who are still active in
that was a big part of the decision. Obviously, they've asked me for years, need to sign for them, need to sign Matchroom. But now, the position Callum's in, and I just feel now, I haven't shared the bill. Sorry, I haven't shared the bill with Callum. I've shared the bill with Paul, I've shared the bill with Stephen. You know, I'd love to fight on the same show as Callum. And you know, who knows? Me, Stephen and Callum, and might drag Paul out at the time for one. Don't know yet.
I was in Liverpool with Paul last week. Your brothers had the awareness for autism event.
Yeah. I was stuck. I was doing a lot of Sky match in London, and then I got threw off the train at Crewe. The train terminated, so we had to go back around Manchester to Wigan and have to be picked up at Wigan. So I couldn't get there. I missed it.
But Paul actually mentioned, you know, he kind of semi-jokingly made a remark to if Callum gets that Anfield fight down the line.
He has said that, and he probably would.
He would do it.
You know, Paul, he's not that finished. He could come out the retirement now and fight at light heavyweight and beat, you know, all the journeymen, and that's all he'd probably speed. And he wouldn't go in it in a 50-50 matchup. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a good time.
Does he give you guys good advice? You know, because even though, you know, you did say that it was a definitive retirement, he wanted to leave the game on his own terms.
Yeah.
Has he hammered that home to you three, that, you know, that's something really important, that you have to call it quits at the right time?
Definitely, we won't. We've got too good a family for that. And I'm not bragging about families, I'm just bragging about morals. And, you know, we're brought up by a good family who we know when our day's done, and we'll be told. I know when it's time to go, Paul, Stephen and Callum will say, beef, you need to jib it now. And vice versa. You know, we said to Paul, without being disrespectful to Paul, we said to Paul, you know, you want to call it a day. Tyrone Drago would have never, ever beat Paul Smith if he had anything, like, you know, if he had that fire left, and he didn't have that fire left. So
there's been talk of you potentially going up against Kell Brook down the line, maybe in the immediate future after this fight. What entices you about that matchup?
Just everything. Kell's a massive name, a top fighter, one of the big names in British boxing. I want to be involved in them type fights. I'd like that fight, but that fight doesn't come, not the end of the world. I want to become world champion again, so that's where we're at.
I just spoke to Tasha then, and obviously being around the gym prior to Callum Smith's World Boxing Super Series win, the gym is always vibrant with energy when you're all heading into battle at the same time. That again is happening currently at the moment. You know, Ant's obviously under negotiations for the Lomachenko fight. That's obviously going to bring things up significantly as well when Callum gets back in there. Talk to me about the energy at Gallagher's gym.
We've just got a top gym, we all get along, we go out for meals, night outs, so we socialise a lot together, so we're good people to be around. When we're all together we have a laugh. We've got good relationship through the lads and the girls, obviously with Tasha. We've known Tasha a long time, and I'm buzzing she's on this bill, I'm buzzing to see her back, so no, it's no falseness, it's no, we're not creating something. We are close to them, I speak to them out the gym, and that's that.
And finally, for fans who may be on the fence about buying a ticket for this event, give them one reason why they should.
Just obviously the styles can only gel well for a good fight regardless, and then you've got Fowler Fitzgerald, Robbie Davis against Joe Hughes, big placey on the bill, he's going to be in a good fight himself. And you've got a lot, I'm going to miss out one or so, it's going to be a nightmare. Craig Glover, Tom Farrell, Thomas Hart making his debut, little Jared Carroll and Tasha Jonas, that was the tables today, and you've got to get a few more added to this card, so it'll be a great show, especially if you're a Scouser.